in a recent comment, I got asked to talk about kind of my artistic input and what I'm thinking about when it comes to the design of the things I do. But that's actually something that's kind of hard for me to talk about because there's not that much thought behind the art I make a lot of the time. I tend to just have a vague idea of kind of what I want to do, and then start working from there as I begin to actually do the artwork. For instance, with this one, I had the idea that I kind of wanted to do something vaguely Brian Fruitish, the guy who did the art behind Labyrinth and The Dark Crystal. So I stared at some of his artwork for probably at least half an hour, and then started doing a couple sketches, of which this ended up being the one to actually progress past that. But once I had that very loose sketch of the vague shape of what I wanted, I just started. Didn't worry about any kind of details. I let those kind of naturally emerge as I started shading in. All I knew was that I kind of wanted a big nose, goblin-y ears, and a kind of tree branch crown tiara thing. I had no idea that the face was going to look as old and sunken in as it ended up being when I first started. I just kind of started using the dodge burn tool to shade, and it kind of drifted in that direction, and I went with it. Of course, the process is a little different if I'm doing something one of you all has asked me to do, or something that is a pre-existing thing, whether that be something in real life or a character or what have you. But when it comes to things that are purely imagination driven, I just start with the rough idea of what I want and just kind of let it unfold from there. The only real constant in what I do is that I try to do things a little differently each time and keep what works. Sometimes it does end up with things I'm not as happy with, but that's how I like to do it. And the same goes if I'm modeling something in Blender or painting it physically. I'll start with the rough understanding of vaguely what I want to do, start to build off of that. If I see any details or patterns start to emerge in how I'm doing it, I will build off of it. And if it gets stuck in an ugly phase, I try my best to push through it and get it to something I'm happy with. And worst case, if I can't get it out of the ugly phase and I still hate it after who knows how long working on it, then I know what not to do the next time. And I'll either try it again or do something different. And if it's not quote-unquote as good as someone else's, that doesn't really matter to me. As long as it's either a little bit better than something I've done before or I learned something from it, it's good in my eyes.